Dr. Katz Professional Therapist is a classic 90s sitcom that stars comedian Jonathan Katz as the titular doctor. It also stars John Benjamin as his son Ben, and Laura Silverman as Laura, the spicy receptionist. The show featured lots of legendary comedians, some of whom were still up and coming when they guest starred as patients. We'll talk about some of them in a minute, along with some other fascinating stuff as we go down the Dr. Katz rabbit hole. This is 100 Facts About Dr. Katz Professional Therapist. We'll be listing facts about the characters and actors from the show, so to make it less confusing, I'll refer to Jonathan Katz the comedian as, well, Jonathan Katz. I'll refer to his character as Dr. Katz. Let's get into the fun facts. Number 1. The show was created by Jonathan Katz, Tom Snyder, and Lauren Bouchard. You probably know Lauren Bouchard as the guy behind Bob's Burgers. Apparently, Tom Snyder was actually one of Bouchard's old school teachers, and upon bumping into him at Bouchard's job, Snyder offered him the chance to work on some short animations. Long story short, Dr. Katz Professional Therapist was born. Number 2. Dr. Katz started as a series of animated bumpers for Comedy Central before becoming a show. Number 3. The show first premiered on May 28, 1995, and I would premiere just a little while later. Number 4. After Dr. Katz, a lot of the actors worked on home movies and Bob's Burgers together. Number 5. The show won 4 awards and was nominated for a 5th. The 4 wins include a Cable Ace Award, a Primetime Emmy, a Peabody, and a PGA Award. Number 6. Dr. Katz was animated with a program called Autodesk Animator Pro. The cool thing about this is that you can still use this program if you know how to run a virtual machine on your computer. Number 7. The first guest seen on the show is Bill Broaddus, who happens to be one of the main writers. Number 8. Dr. Katz is colorblind. This is revealed in the episode Old Man, when he tries explaining to Ben why he doesn't want to take up painting.
I don't have the hand-eye coordination for painting.
Well, you should give it a try.
And also I'm colorblind.
Well, I only bought red.
Oh.
Is that red?
Number 9. The Simpsons is known for being yellow, and Dr. Katz has those trademark squiggly lines that sets it apart from other animated shows of its era. The show was animated using a process appropriately named Squiggle Vision. Tom Snyder is credited for inventing Squiggle Vision, and he has used it in other shows, such as Science Court and the first season of Home Movies. Number 10. Ben's estranged mother, Roz, was voiced by Carrie Fisher.
How long have you and Laura been together?
Laura and I.
Yeah.
Laura and I.
Yeah,
Number 11. Jonathan Katz was 1964's New York State table tennis champion. Number 12. Jonathan Katz's first TV appearance was in 1985. He was on Late Night with David Letterman, a show he would guest star on 9 times. Number 13. Did you know Dr. Katz appears in other shows? He shows up in Arthur, Family Guy, South Park, and he's referenced in an episode of Space Ghost. Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments below if you've seen him in a show that I didn't mention. Number 14. There have been live adaptations of Dr. Katz Professional Therapist, which you can find on YouTube. I'll link one in the description for you guys if you want to watch it. Number 15. The show's TV run may have only been 6 seasons, but Audible picked it up in 2017 and gave it a new life. Dr. Katz the Audio Files and Dr. Katz the Audiobook are both brilliant, with great performances from new guest stars and the original cast. I'll leave some links in the description for you. Number 16. Retroscripting is a technique where the writers come up with a basic plot for each episode, but then let the actors improvise most of the dialogue. Dr. Katz Professional Therapist uses this method throughout its TV run. I'm glad they did. The conversations between characters are hilarious, especially those between Dr. Katz and Dom Irrera.
Like a Viking, like only 2 Vikings who are so secure in their Norse heritage that they can ride each other up and down the steps.
Number 17. According to a Reddit AMA hosted by Jonathan Katz, a lot of people have told him that they decided to become therapists after watching his show. Number 18. Ray Romano almost became a regular character on the series. Tom Snyder liked his performance so much that he offered Romano the chance. The reason he couldn't take it? He was starting his own hit show, Everybody Loves Raymond. We can't fault him for that.
Look, I'm sorry.
Number 19. Dom Irera has appeared on the show 11 times, which is more than every other guest. He has also appeared in Dr. Katz Live Shows and the Dr. Katz Audible series.
Darth Ferreira? No, Dom Irera. Dan and Mary? Dom Irera. Donna Marie Alberghetti? No, Dom Irera.
Number 20. Despite Laura's disinterest in Ben on the show, Laura Silverman and John Benjamin were dating for part of the show's run. Number 21. According to DVD commentary for the episode Office Management, Laura Silverman says that working with John Benjamin was a lot easier after they broke up. That was around season 4 or 5. Now Laura's disinterest makes a lot more sense.
Am I echoing to you?
I am in my own private hell. You're not here.
Number 22. If you like watching Dr. Katz, you may also like Hey We're Back. Hey We're Back is a podcast, audio sketch show, hosted by Jonathan Katz. It features many classic guest stars from Dr. Katz as well as several new ones. As of making this video, there are 70 or 71 episodes that feature comedians like David Cross, Erica Rhodes, and Andy Kindler.
I know your sign and your rule about not talking to you and everything, but
Number 23. Building on that last fact, you may also like the YouTube series Explosion Bus. It was created by Jonathan Katz and Tom Snyder and animated by Lindy Bazil. There are 12 episodes on the Explosion Bus channel, which I'll link in the description below. The series was short and is quite old now, but it was really good and the channel actually has a lot of great content. Number 24. In the episode It Takes Some Getting Used To, Dr. Katz says that he and Roz have been separated for 10 years and divorced for 8. This means that Ben was very young when his mother left, only 13, maybe 14 years old. Number 25. Ben spends a lot of time at the video store. He hangs out with Todd at Vic's Video Palace in 19 episodes. That's almost a quarter of the episodes. Number 26. In the episode Pretzelkins, Ben is watching Sesame Street. Ernie and Bert can be seen again briefly in the later episode A Journey for the Betterment of People.
And I've got things to do today.
Well, Beth?
I took the long way home.
Yeah.
And,
Which is not a great idea, by the way.
The show loved reusing animation, and honestly, I do not blame them. Number 27. Laura has a sister. She's voiced by Erica Rhodes in the Audible series, but we don't see her in the actual TV show. Fun fact, she has a dog named Caesar, who we do see in the show. He appears in the season 6 episode Past Lives.
And I'm watching her dog.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to bring the dog into the office. He's a Great Dane and his name is Caesar and he's so sweet and it would be really great if I could just bring him into the office with me because he's already here.
Oh.
Number 28. Laura Silverman's real sister, Sarah Silverman, appears on the show, in the Audible series, and in Hey We're Back.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Number 29. Dr. Katz has a Rorschach test hanging on his fridge. You can see it in 49 episodes. Number 30. Jonathan Katz is very open about his experience living with MS. Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease that damages the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. As a result, people with the condition can suffer physical and mental complications, a common one being impaired movement. He was diagnosed in 1996, but he hasn't let it stop him. He moves with the help of a cane and a scooter, and he continues to work in entertainment. When asked during his Reddit AMA what custom features he'd like for his scooter, he responded with, "I'd like to be able to go 9 miles an hour in all kinds of weather." Number 31. Not counting the title card. Most of the episodes open on a shot of Dr. Katz's apartment building. 41 episodes start off showing some angle of the building. The second most used shot is Dr. Katz's kitchen, which appears in 15 episodes. And other opening shots consist of the apartment living room or bedrooms, the office, the bar, and places around the city. Number 32. Positive father-son relationships are a pattern on this show. Not only do Dr. Katz and Ben have a great connection, but Dr. Katz often talks about and talks on the phone with his own father.
Dad. No, Dad, you don't understand. That's not it at all. I actually enjoy playing bingo.
Number 33. When asked who his favorite comedian was to work with, Jonathan Katz responded with 4. Dom Irera, Ray Romano, Wendy Liebman, and Laura Keitlinger. Number 34. We only ever see Ben work 3 times, and I'm not counting his failed startups that don't go anywhere, so sorry pickups, you're not going to be on this list. The first time we see him work is in babysitting Ben, when he looks after the neighbor's kid for an hour. The second time is in Snow Day, where he takes care of the pigeons for Mr. Graham, whose wife did not die.
She did die.
No, she didn't. She left him. She flew the coop.
And the third time is in Bakery Ben, in which he is employed at Steve's Bakery for a single day. And what a day it was. Number 35. Ben has a knack for baking. He's often seen making cookies, or at least eating the dough. He tries learning to decorate cakes, and he even bakes multiple loaves of bread before getting that job at Steve's Bakery. Too bad things didn't work out at Steve's. Number 36. Ben also had a talent for swimming before becoming sedentary. In the 3rd episode of the series, Bully, Ben sorts through his belongings, including his childhood swim trophies. He has a 2nd place, 3rd place, and runner-up trophy, and a 1st place trophy is shown in his hand. In a few shots of Dr. Katz's desk, a picture of a baby Ben swimming can be seen. Aww. Number 37. Art director Annette LeBlanc-Katt worked on the show with her sister. Annette says in her Candlewick Press bio, "I was the art director for an animated show called Dr. Katz Professional Therapist in the 90s. I really liked it, but I had to be the boss of a lot of artists, including my little sister, and I think I'm not necessarily the kind of person who should be the boss of artists. I just like being the boss of myself now." How awkward would that be, having your big sister as your boss? She doesn't outright say which artist was her sister, but she shares a last name with Karen LeBlanc, so... Number 38. Annette LeBlanc-Katt described working on the show as, quote, really stressful. Killer deadlines, some ridiculous crisis or another every week. In that same interview, she says that she frequently had panic attacks during that time. Who'd have thought a relaxing show like Dr. Katz would be so crazy behind the scenes? Well, actually. Number 39. Did you know you can read Dr. Katz's day planner? You can, kind of. There is an official book out there called Dr. Katz's Me at a Glance. It was written by Glenn Eichler and published in 1996. It gives us a deeper look into Dr. Katz's daily life, his innermost thoughts, and the first few pages of the self-help book he's writing. Number 40. According to Dr. Katz's Me at a Glance, Laura's last name is Silverstein. However, on the show, her last name is never actually revealed. Do you think this book counts as canon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Number 41. Jonathan Katz wrote another book in 2000 called To-Do Lists of the Dead. Number 42. It's well known on the show that Dr. Katz has a talent for music, and many scenes feature him with his guitar. The episode Bully is the first time we see him play.
I get it. You want to hear some Snoopy Dog Dog, is that it?
Snoop Doggy Dog.
I can do that.
No.
Yes.
Number 43. Jonathan Katz had a band called Katz and Jammers in the 1970s. Number 44. If you're an avid viewer of the show, you recognize this guy. I don't know his name, so I'm gonna call him Puppet Guy. He first appears in the episode Cholesterol, and then shows up in 5 more episodes after that, often appearing more than once as a background character. Puppet Guy is even one of Dr. Katz's patients. I'd love to be a fly on the wall during those sessions. Number 45. For some reason, Ben likes driving barefoot.
I happen to be a pretty fine driver.
There are 2 distinct shots that show this. The first is in the episode Family Car, and the second is in Little Helper.
You have to push very hard.
Well, then you're probably doing something wrong. And easy.
Yeah,
you know?
like this.
Ow. That's the thing we don't want to do.
Right.
Now I wonder, are there people who actually drive barefoot? I don't even know if that's safe or legal. Anyway, number 46. In the episode Bully, Ray Romano talks about how he would escape from the boogeyman. A little while later, you can see the boogeyman again in the background of this shot. Number 47. The TV show Ben watches in the opening of ESP can be seen again in Big Fat Slug.
Well, Dad, it's on, but that doesn't mean I'm watching it. It's just on for atmosphere.
Number 48. Meryl Marco guest stars in the Season 6 episode Snow Day. The fun fact here, her name is spelled wrong in the credits. Number 49. Jonathan Katz wrote a few original songs for the show. These include Born to be Punished, way back in '68, and Guitar Pickin' Fool. Number 50. The most common first name among the guest stars is David. In the show's TV run, there are 5 Davids and 2 Daves. We've got David Feldman, David Jusko, David Cross, David Mamet, David Duchovny, Dave Attell, and Dave Chappelle. Number 51. Ben wears a flannel overshirt in the very first episode, but never again after that. However, you can see in other episodes that the blanket on the couch is the same pattern as that flannel shirt. Just a weird, fun little thing that I noticed. Number 52. Laura can speak Italian.
Pronto? Chi parla? Giovanni, come stai?
Number 53. Laura knows how to waltz.
Just keep counting. You're not counting.
Number 54. The episode Real Estate is the only one that doesn't start off with either a cold open or those jazzy piano chords at the beginning. Number 55. In the episode Babysitting Ben, Dr. Katz can be seen reading a book called Love Strings. On the cover it says it's written by an H. John. That's a fun way for the artist to acknowledge the voice actors, since Ben is voiced by H. John Benjamin. Number 56. Speaking of love strings, in the episode Movies, Dr. Katz mentions that he wants to see Love Strings in theaters. Ben shoots down the idea, but in the episode Miles Away, Ben ends up watching it during his flight. Guess he couldn't avoid Love Strings forever. Number 57. The first word spoken in the show is Dad. The last word, Buddy. Both words are said by Ben.
Dad, the problem is there's just no work right now in my chosen field.
Conan! Wait up, buddy!
Number 58. In the Season 2 episode Henna, Kevin Meaney tells a joke involving Hotel Chocolates.
I don't want the chocolates!
In the Season 5 episode Waltz, there's a quick shot of a candy shelf at the video store. In this fun reference to the earlier episode, you can see boxes of chocolates called chocolates. Number 59. You know what the music means is a common catchphrase on the show. Dr. Katz says it, or its close variant, you know what that means, 61 times. Another common phrase is, our time is up, which he says 44 times.
Whoops, you know what the music means. Our time is up.
Number 60. There are only a few episodes that don't end with a therapy session or music cue. These are Morning Person, Ben Treats, Little Helper, Community Theater, Thanksgiving, Ben Centennial, Ticket, and Walk for Hunger. Number 61. There are 8 episodes that don't play the end credits music at all. 3 of these feature Dr. Katz singing instead.
Gratitude, don't give me no attitude. Gratitude, attitude, gratitude.
Number 62. The show is considered a domestic-only cartoon, meaning that the entire series was animated with no outsourcing involved. Everything was done in Massachusetts. Number 63. The show takes place in Boston. Number 64. Dr. Katz and Ben live at the intersection of Jerome Street and Sanchez Avenue. In Dr. Katz's Me at a Glance, you can actually find out what his real home address is. Number 65. Dr. Katz's office is located at 28 State Street, Unit 1818. Number 66. The office down the hall from Dr. Katz belongs to a Dr. P. Uppenstein, who does implants. His credentials include a PhD, DMT, BPD, BLT, LTD, and BMW. Number 67. According to this shot in the episode Sticky Notes, some of Dr. Katz's hobbies include flamenco classes and cheese club meetings. I want to know what they talk about at Cheese Club. As someone who's lactose intolerant, I probably would not be welcome. Number 68. A lot of the business names in the city contain some French. Some of these include Le Flic, La Scoop, and Monsieur Siren's School of Voice. Number 69. When Dr. Katz lectures at the Adult Learning School in Theory of Intelligence, his last name is spelled C-A-T-S. Number 70. The only characters to appear in every episode are Dr. Katz, Laura, and Ben. Number 71. There was a Dr. Katz comic strip which ran from January 1997 to December 1999. It was written by Bill Broaddus and Dave Blazik, illustrated by Dick Trucksaw. You can find a few online using the Wayback Machine. Number 72. A book containing several popular Dr. Katz comic strips was released in October 1997 called Hey, I've Got My Own Problems. Number 73. Dr. Katz and Ben are Jewish. Number 74. Dr. Katz has two phobias that he's seen other therapists for: bees and dogs.
Okay, so I'm going to stay in my office for a while, and when the bee's gone, then tell you what, I'll come in and we can talk about it.
You're afraid of bees?
Well, it's not so much that I'm afraid of them,
Number 75. We actually see Dr. Katz's own therapist in the episode Guess Who? His name is Dr. Harvey Roy Greenberg. Dr. Greenberg must hear an awful lot about Ben because he describes Ben like this.
I mean, Ben is a real pain in the ass.
Number 76. Ben's stuffed bull, lovingly named Bully, appears in 8 episodes. Number 77. When he was a kid, Jonathan Katz actually had a stuffed bull named Bully, homemade by his mom. Aww. Number 78. Like his son, Dr. Katz also has a stuffed toy, a monkey. It sits on a stool in his bedroom. He's had it for a long time since we first see it in the childhood flashback shown in Pot-Bellied Pigs. Number 79. Ben sleeps on a pull-out couch. I don't know why. Number 80. Swampy is the brand of beer Dr. Katz often drinks. The special imported kind is called Le Swampy.
Now that's fancy!
Number 81. Many of the snacks and drinks on the show are given made-up brand names.
What are they called? Pretzel bits?
Pretzelkins. Pretzelkins.
Who makes these things?
But Ben eats real name brand cereals.
Ben?
Yeah.
Don't get Fruit Loops on my bed, please.
These include Rice Krispies, Fruit Loops, and Frosted Flakes, just to name a few.
Great.
Number 82. There are a few instances in which bleeped out swear words can still be heard. The most egregious examples of this are in the episode Phone Love, when Ben says,
Ben, use the fucking door.
and in the episode Thanksgiving, when Ben burns the turkey.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit!
You can hear it best when listening with headphones.
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Number 83. The only time Dr. Katz really laughs at his patient's antics is when Dom Irera tickles him.
Who's ticklish? Who's ticklish? Come here. Come here. Come here. Dr. Katz, cha-cha-cha.
Number 84. Most of the time, only the main characters of the scene and the objects they're using are shown in color. Everything else is grayed out. Number 85. There are 2 holiday episodes: Office Management, which takes place around Christmas time, and Thanksgiving, which takes place on Thanksgiving. Number 86. The only character to have a birthday episode is Ben. The episode Ben Centennial is about his 25th birthday.
My son's turning 25 today.
Yeah.
It's my little baby.
He is also the only character to have aged up during the series. In Season 1, he is 23. By the end of the series, he's 25. Dr. Katz somehow stays 49 throughout, and Laura's age is unknown. Number 87. We might not know Laura the receptionist's age, but Laura Silverman was 25 when she first auditioned for the role. Number 88. In Ben Centennial, Laura wraps Ben's birthday present with a patient's file. That patient? Dom Irera. Number 89. Jonathan Katz's personal favorite episodes are Mask and Bully. Number 90. Season 6 initially aired in 1999, but only 15 episodes were shown. The final 3 episodes did not air in the US until 2002. Number 91. Using the Wayback Machine, you can visit Dr. Katz's Comedy Central webpage to get a certificate of sanity. All you need to do is answer a few questions and print it out. Number 92. On the same website, there was an option to submit questions to Dr. Katz via email. I actually tried sending one in February last year, but I don't think it worked because I never did get a response. Number 93. Did you know there was an attempt to bring Squiggle Vision to the big screen? You notice I say attempt because it didn't go very well. The idea was to animate short segments using this technique and play them before feature presentations. The Dr. Katz production crew went to a screening in Framingham, Massachusetts, where it was reported that watching Squiggle Vision on a cinema screen made Lauren Bouchard nauseous. Number 94. In the episode Expert Witness, Jonathan Katz accidentally calls Julie Judy. This was left in the show as the actors found it really funny.
I'm not on one side or the other. I'm on the side of the truth, Judy. Who's Judy?
Number 95. Many episodes begin with a cold open. According to DVD commentary, Jonathan Katz and Tom Snyder didn't even know it was called a cold open until they made the episode Office Management. Number 96. John Benjamin originally auditioned for the part of Dr. Katz's father, until they changed his character to be the son instead. I think that was a good choice. Number 97. Dr. Katz charges $150 per session. In 1996 money, that must have been a lot. Number 98. Ben says "get out" several times throughout the show. Turns out that's how John Benjamin ends a lot of his improv scenes. If you listen closely watching Bob's Burgers, you'll hear it a lot there too.
Get out! So I should go?
Number 99. Unlike most animated shows, the characters from Dr. Katz have 5 fingers on each hand. Number 100. In 1992, 3 years before Dr. Katz Professional Therapist premiered, there was an animated short called The Biography of Mr. Katz. It featured Jonathan Katz and Julianne Bond, who voiced Julie the bartender. It was made in Squiggle Vision, and the animation is somehow even simpler than it was on Dr. Katz Professional Therapist. It's a little uncanny in a way, but it is still an excellent watch. I'll make sure to link it in the description for you.
Grew up in I guess it was a typical Jewish home in Brooklyn. Always food on the table. Sometimes it would sit there for weeks.
That's all I've got for today, guys. Which of these facts did you already know? Which ones came as a surprise? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here, you know what to do. And I'll see you all very soon in my next video.